The father was shocked to find his son, whom he had been estranged from for many years, covered in blood and panicking as he appeared at his doorstep. Immediately, the father realized that his son must be in deep trouble, but the gravity of the situation was still beyond his expectations. After severing ties with his father, Miles had gotten married and had a 16-year-old daughter, Kelly. She had met a 32-year-old man online, and they had several sexual encounters, which led to Kelly becoming pregnant. Furious, Miles went to confront the man, intending to teach him a lesson. However, to his surprise, the man wasn't afraid at all. Instead, he continued to provoke Miles with crude remarks. Enraged, Miles grabbed a fruit knife in a fit of rage and stabbed the man. He had killed him. Realizing what he had done, Miles immediately thought of his father, John, with whom he had cut all contact. He knew that his father was a professional hitman, and that was precisely why they had severed ties. It had been years since they had spoken. Miles pulled the bloodied fruit knife from his pocket, signaling that John would step in to help. There was a good news and a bad news situation. The good news was that John was highly skilled at handling situations like this. The bad news was that a few days ago, John had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and his memory was deteriorating rapidly. He needed to resolve this issue before he lost his mind completely. The first step was for Miles to clean off any traces of himself from his body. Then, John quietly snuck into the crime scene, which was still undisturbed. The blood spattered everywhere showed just how wild and frantic Miles had been in his rage. His fingerprints and blood were all over the place, including on the victim's body. The situation was more complicated than John had imagined, but he quickly came up with a meticulous plan. Fearing he might forget the details, John even wrote it all down in his notebook before starting his actions. However, he wasn't there to clean up the scene. Instead, he used a large straw to extract some of the victim's blood. Then, using pliers, he yanked out a small clump of hair. Next, he went to the security office, where he choked out the guard on duty and knocked him unconscious. There was surveillance footage showing Miles entering and leaving the complex, but John expertly deleted those clips. After finishing all these tasks, John quickly returned home.